How can you make sure that attendees come back to your meetups, webinars, or other virtual events? First, you need to find out what people think about your event. Today, we'll be discussing the importance of post-event surveys and what types of questions you can include to make it worthwhile. I'm Sissy, here with Jotform. Let's get into it. So, what exactly is an event survey? It's an extremely valuable tool that can help you get a clear idea of what people liked and didn't like about your event. It's a questionnaire that you can send to guests after the event is over, so you can gather feedback. It doesn't matter which type of event you've just hosted. It could have been a virtual summit with hundreds of guests or a webinar with 20 guests. Either way, post-event questionnaires allow you to get a better understanding of your attendees. Then, once you've gathered the responses, you can properly analyze your event and see what worked well and what could use some changes for the future. Now let's talk about the types of questions you should include. Overall, there are 3 types of questions: yes or no, open-ended, and multiple choice or ratings. You will want to include a mix of all 3 types to get the most out of your survey. Yes or no questions are definitely the most straightforward of the question types. It's also a good idea to have a participant expand on the reasoning behind their answer, especially if they have answered no to any of the questions. Let's look at some examples of the yes or no questions. Would you recommend this event to a friend or colleague? Would you attend this event again next year? Did the event meet your expectations? Did you think the event was structured well? And would you like to learn about participating in next year's event? So, for example, if you include the question, would you attend this event again next year, and they answer with no, provide a follow-up question asking, please explain the reasoning behind your answer. This gives the participant an opportunity to explain what they didn't like about the event and why they wouldn't come back again. Open-ended questions allow participants to give answers without any kind of restriction. It is much harder to analyze open-ended responses with larger groups of people, but they do provide qualitative data which can give more interesting insights than other types of questions. Some open-ended questions that you could ask include, what was the most valuable part of the event for you? How can we improve the event for next time? What made you decide to attend the event? What was your biggest takeaway from the event? And do you have any additional suggestions for the event? Multiple choice questions have the participant choose from a predetermined set of responses. There are also rating questions where the participant has to rank their answers on a numeric scale. Here are some examples of rating questions, but they can easily be changed to a multiple choice format. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied were you with the event? How would you rate the event overall? How would you rate the speakers? How likely are you to recommend the event to a friend? Now that we've talked about some good survey questions, let's talk about the best practices for a post-event survey. One of the biggest mistakes that event hosts make is waiting too long to send a feedback survey. It's a good idea to send the survey out to attendees within 24 hours of your event. If you wait any longer than that, attendees are likely to forget key details and maybe even ignore the survey altogether. So send out the survey while the event is still fresh in everyone's minds. This also means that you will have to have your survey prepared in advance so that you can send it right after the event ends. After sending out the survey, it's a good idea to send a follow-up reminder for participants to fill out the survey. The survey could have gotten lost in their inbox, or they simply forgot to complete. Resend the survey link in the reminder email and include a personal note asking them to complete the survey. And be sure to express your appreciation for their time and effort and let them know that their responses will help to improve future events. If you are noticing that only a small number of people have completed your survey, it's a good idea to motivate your attendees to respond by offering them an incentive. It can be something as simple as offering them a discount on future event tickets or entering their name in a raffle to win a gift card or other prizes. Don't just send your survey to the event attendees. Create a survey to send to any speakers, volunteers, or sponsors who also attended the event. Their feedback is just as important. Plus, if a sponsor gives your event positive feedback, you can use that as a natural segue to ask them to sponsor future events. And finally, make a game plan to actually implement your survey feedback. What's the point in asking for feedback if it isn't used to improve future events? Start by analyzing and categorizing your feedback. Take note of any issues that are brought up repeatedly and tag any especially helpful suggestions. So let's review. There are 3 types of questions that you should include in your survey: yes or no, open-ended, and multiple choice or rating questions. Each type will supply you with different types of feedback. Be sure to send the survey out within 24 hours of your event and send a follow-up reminder and offer an incentive to complete the survey. You should send surveys to speakers and volunteers at the event and create a game plan of how you will implement the survey feedback. Post-event surveys are an excellent tool to improve your future events and keep attendees coming back for more. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Sissy here with Jotform. See ya!